It's another bad, tragic incident where a gun is involved and we've got a loss of life. Earlier this morning, just a little bit before 10 o'clock, our deputies were involved in an officer-involved shooting in the Lower Richland area of the county. We received a call in 300 block of Ovanta of individuals that had fired at some construction workers in front of his house. Numerous shots had been fired, according to the callers, and that the man was standing in the yard with a gun. Our deputies responded. They were able to talk with an individual inside the house through the window, which was the individual that had fired the shot. They tried to de-escalate the situation. They had conversations with him back and forth, and then all of a sudden he raised the gun and pointed at the deputies. At that point, Corporal Sean Sullivan fired one shot, and the man was hit. Deputies then went inside the residence that time and rendered aid until EMS was able to get there. EMS transported him to the hospital where he did not survive from the gunshot wound. We had 3 officers that were involved. Corporal Sean Sullivan, who's been with the Sheriff's Department for 9 years. Deputy Mason Boney's been with us for 2 years, and Deputy Chris Miller, who's been with us for 1 year. Tragic situation today. We hate it any time there's a loss of life, but fortunately I'm not standing up here talking about one of our deputies that was killed. Our critical incident team is gathering all the evidence. They'll put a package together for the solicitor's office, and they'll determine if this shooting was justified or not. All 3 officers are receiving counseling for their involvement in today. Just another bad, tragic incident where a gun is involved and we've got a loss of life. Questions?
Any other issues with that gentleman beforehand, you know of?
Not that we're aware of that I'm going to discuss today, no.
So were they doing construction on his house or somebody else?
No, they were just doing some construction in the road in that area, and there was a shot or shots fired, and then we received the calls, and that's why the deputies responded. Again, they attempted to de-escalate the situation by talking with him. They felt it was successful at some point, and then all of a sudden he started making threats to the deputies and raised the gun and pointed at them.
Was it just the one deputy, the corporal, that fired shots?
Corporal Sean Sullivan was the only one that fired a shot. One shot was fired.
Okay. There are also comments that I heard while I was on the scene that he was suffering from mental health. Have you looked into any of that?
We've talked to some of the family members. We're also looking into that also. Again, it's one of those instances where somebody points a gun at us, making threats, then you don't have that luxury of stepping back and saying, okay, well, what's going on? You have to take action, defend yourself. And we feel that at this point, that's what our deputies did today.